Some action on the deck of the YuuZoo Big Boat Racing Team Maxi Yacht. We have some crew on the foredeck pulling down the upwind sail once they've unfurled the reaching sail, which is the masthead one. As you can see, as the wind moves back relative to the boat, as the angle of the wind becomes rather from the front but from the side and towards the back of the boat, the boat can use its length rather than its width to resist the tendency of the wind to push it over, which means that you can carry bigger sails. And this bigger masthead sail is designed to have low drag and a lot of lift, which basically drives the boat forward. And as you can see, that luff was just curling, which means that the angle of the wind was moving from filling the sail to slightly too far ahead. And that's the edge that you want to be on. The sail is at its most efficient when the wind is just far back enough to fill it, but not so far back that it separates from the downwind side of the sail. This is a good comparison of speed, a maxi yacht in a race going at full tilt versus a smaller cruising boat that's out there, in this case spectating. But if you look in the cockpit towards the centre of the boat, there is another sail in a pink bag, which is there on standby, ready to go if the wind should change or if they should change course. Meantime, the crew is packing the headsail, which has come down the forestay, which is the wire that holds the mast up. Here we see the boat nicely trimmed, getting a little bit of a surf on. It's quite flat water. But, the interesting thing is the heel angle. The crew is working both through trimming the sails and through altering course to keep the angle of heel of the boat, meaning how far away it is from vertical, relatively constant. Right now we see that it's heeling a little bit more, which means that either the wind has increased or they've trimmed the sails on a bit more. This is powering the boat up and wanting to push it over. And the reaction to that is to just turn the boat ever so slightly away from the wind so that you're aligning the boat with the wind and you're using the length rather than the width of the boat to resist this tendency to heel. And in this angle we can actually see just under the boat what looks like a little torpedo on the end of the strut. That strut holds a lead ballast, which is in the form of a streamlined body like a torpedo. The keel can cant on this particular boat, which means it can be swung out to windward to help to keep the boat upright. And in this particular, on the YuuZoo Maxi, it is combined with a retractable forward foil, which was installed just prior to this race. And in this case, when the boat's being pushed along by the wind, the forward foil is not necessary and it's retracted up into the boat. When the boat goes upwind, the foil is lowered and it helps the boat claw its way into the wind. It stops it going sideways. Right now the boat's nicely powered up. You can see that it's just beginning to heel. It's not heeling as far as it would say when it's sailing hard upwind, but the fact that it's heeling just tells you that it's using all its power. It's the force of the wind is balancing the ability of the boat to resist being pushed over, and that's telling you that it's carrying as much sail as it can in this particular instance. Here it's actually on the verge of being overpressed. You can see that they're easing sails to allow the boat to come back upright a little bit, and the net result is that it gets its bow out of the water and it accelerates and planes. The crew that is in this case idle, in the sense that they're not immediately occupied with something, sitting on the rail above the YuuZoo logo and writing on the side of the boat. They're sitting as far outboard as they possibly can, meaning as far away from the centre of the boat and as close to the wind as they can sit. So while the team on the foredeck is working at packing the headsail, tidying it up and getting it ready to go up again if it's necessary later on, whoever's not immediately occupied with something sits on the rail and helps to keep the boat upright.